Hey guys, this is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. Today's movie review is going to be on the 1999 adult animated movie based on the popular animated adult series on Comedy Central, South Park, and that's going to be on South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is the movie, the feature film that's based on the show itself, South Park. And so the story of South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut goes like this. In this feature film based on the hit animated series, the third graders of South Park sneak into an R-rated film by ultra-vulgar Canadian television personalities Terrence and Phillip and emerge with expanded vocabularies that leave their parents and teachers scandalized. When outraged Americans try to censor the film, the controversy becomes a call to war with Canada, and Terrence and Phillip end up on death row, with only the kids left to save them. And then of course Eric Cartman and they all have to do whatever they can to try and save the day and hopefully put everything back to normal. And yeah, so recently I watched this movie on Paramount Plus. It was streaming on Paramount Plus, so I watched the whole movie, and I gotta say, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, I actually really love this movie. I thought it was great. Not just great, it was very hilarious too, since like I said, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is actually the movie based on the show South Park. And I gotta say, the movie itself is very hilarious with all the adult humor that's meant to be hilarious. Like, this movie was just very hilarious and very funny too. And the animation itself for a South Park movie, it's just like the show itself. It's got the same animation style as the show itself. And it's got pretty talented and very funny voice acting too. Like Trey Parker and Matt Stone, who they were both also the creators of South Park. They both do a great job doing the voice acting in this movie, especially Matt Stone and Trey Parker playing Terrence and Phillip. And oh yeah, and of course we know the running gag, Kenny dies. Yeah. And yeah, because I actually had a lot of fun time while watching this movie on Paramount Plus, and yeah, because I haven't really watched anything on Paramount Plus that's outside the iCarly revival series on Paramount Plus. I saw this movie was streaming on Paramount Plus, and so I watched the whole movie, and like I said, it's a very funny movie, and very hilarious too. Even this movie also did very well at the box office when it came out in 1999, and this movie did very well at the box office. At the time, it became the highest grossing R-rated animated movie until 2016 when Sausage Party surpassed it. I think it wasn't until 2020 or 2021 when there was a Demon Slayer anime movie that surpassed Sausage Party to becoming the highest grossing adult animated movie that's R-rated. Yeah, because I think it was a Demon Slayer movie. I think it was a Demon Slayer anime movie that surpassed Sausage Party, becoming the highest grossing adult animated R-rated film of all time. First it was South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, and then Sausage Party and the Demon Slayer film. But yeah, so all the other voice actors who were in this movie, like George Clooney and Minnie Driver and Mary Kay Bergman, they all did great as well. And yeah, and I gotta say, all the the vulgar language, all the vulgar words, they were meant to be hilarious in that type of way. And plus, what's also very interesting about how this movie got an R rated, But before South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut got an R rating, this movie almost got an NC-17 rating. They don't really use the NC-17 rating that much anymore, but that's kind of surprising and ironic and interesting how South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut almost got an NC-17 rating before they switched it to R. Because I think there was a scene from this movie that was cut out from the final cut just to make sure they avoid an NC-17 rating. Yeah, because I kind of saw that on the movie rating posters at my local Regal movie theater. Because if the movie's rated NC-17, then the parents should hire a babysitter to look after the kids while they see the NC-17 rated film. But South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut's not really an NC-17 rated film. It almost got an NC-17 rating, but it's actually R-rated. Because they actually cut out some parts to make this movie an R-rated film. And yeah, because I actually love every single thing about it. And the musical numbers, like, Blame Canada. Like, yeah, I know that song, Blame Canada. Yeah, because, yeah, the songs in this movie were well performed and with talented voice acting, hilarious humor. And yeah, and I gotta say, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut's also, I think this is also the only good South Park movie, because I still haven't seen the newer South Park films, like the COVID specials or the streaming wars. They don't really interest me, since I'm not really that big on modern South Park. I just usually prefer the classic South Park. So overall, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is a very hilarious movie from 1999. And I'm going to give South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's awesome for what it is. So yeah, if you're a fan of South Park and if you haven't seen South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut yet, I'm sure you all have. But if you're not really that big on adult animated R-rated films, if you're not a fan of those types of films, then I probably won't recommend it to those out there. But this movie will probably not be for you if you're not big on R-rated animated films. But if you are a South Park fan and you want to check this movie out or rewatch it, then I say give it a watch. I recommend it. So there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, goodbye everybody, and that's about it.